few months ago, we decided we needed to buy a car. Gas prices creeping up. 8.1 Yukons drink a lot of gas. And my parents had this really well-kept '03 Lesabre that they really weren't using. So, worked out a deal and picked it up. It is very clean. Celebration edition. It's actually the third Celebration edition my wife and I have owned. We upgraded the radio. Gotta have the Apple CarPlay. Put a newer Sony in it. It's clean. Couple things I'm gonna address. Got a little spray adhesive. Headliner's starting to fall. I've also got, from the junkyard I picked up, another switch. Somewhere here, yep. We're gonna switch it out. This one's, paint's coming off. I'm gonna show you how to pop that out. Just kind of a quick look at it. Under the hood, just really clean. Dad kept up with it. My brother did the upper intake on it for him a few years back. Put the updated seal and elbow on it. Runs out good. It's got right at 160,000 miles on it. See the, I'm gonna zoom in on the brake lines. Right there. They're getting crusty. I've got a new kit, a stainless kit to put on it for the rear. Probably should have got the front kit too. I don't know. We're gonna see how long those go. But the rears I need to replace. The one that goes over the back wheels, I just put a quick fix on it so we can keep driving. This has those terrible chrome over aluminum wheels. See if I can find a spot. Inside of here, the chrome starts peeling off the aluminum. And what that does is it gets dirt underneath, causes your balance to get off, and it just shakes going down the road. The front two wheels were horrible. And I took them off, peeled the chrome off with pliers, and whatever best way I could. Got all that done, got it off. Took a flap disc, cleaned them up. But this is what we use this thing for. It's going to ball games. It's cold in Illinois in the spring for ball games, so we keep a sleeping bag. Chair, softball stuff for my daughter's game. Had a problem. The trunk was leaking. Thing was always parked in the garage. Mom and Dad never left it out. And everything to sit here on this side was getting wet. Everything. Got in it last week to go to Costco and it stunk in here. It smelled sour. Rubber mat still isn't back in it. I took it out. Or not the rubber mat, the padded mat is still out in the garage. The rubber mat's back in just for something. But it was leaking at the seal right across here. Like right in here and around in here. And you can see a little bit of my weather stripping adhesive I put on. What I found out was I flooded the trunk deck. Shut the lid. I flooded it with water across the back window. All kinds of water sitting up into here running off, okay? And what I found was it was coming in right here and dripping. I mean, we had a steady stream coming. I pulled this off. There was a gap in the glue from factory here. Chances are, had this car always been parked inside or uphill, downhill, it would always ran off the back. I had it sitting where my Yukon's at, and it was a little bit downhill, and it was pooling there, and it stuck. I found that out because my driveway's a little sloped, and I had it parked backwards, so it pooled better. When it set with it pooled, it come up under that seal, over that lip, and into the trunk. So if you're having a leaky trunk on a Buick or Park Avenue, Lesabre, Regal, Grand, I don't know, anything this vintage, GM, check that seal for glue. All right, so I'm gonna bring you around here and change that steering wheel knob. It's not hard to do. Good old Harbor Freight pick. Just gonna run it in here beside. I probably should use a straight pick, but this will work. I think it should work. Just want to get in behind the button and pull it out. This worked really quick at the junkyard. All right, I'm gonna go find another pick. So I do what anybody would do when I can't find the right pick. Put it in a vise. I broke the tip off. It's a good thing they give these away at Harbor Freight with certain coupons. So the idea is to get behind it. See, I'm going in there. Let's just get behind it and pull out. There it comes. All right, then the tricky part is the wire's just not quite long enough. I'm hoping that this is visible. Right here. And here, pop the wiring out. Okay, and it comes out. New one goes in. So I'll get in behind here, pull on the wires so I can actually get them on. Get it started. Pull it in until it snaps. Well, it's not, don't want to snap it off, but pull it into the wire, locks in place. Hear that? Okay. I'm engaged. And you put the pick down so you don't poke yourself in the hand. And get it started back in here. A little more pressure than I'd like to put on it, but 160,000 mile car, it's all right. So now we went from junk to nice. Like I say, it would have been a lot quicker had I had the right pick off the bat, but I didn't. So this one may be a bit of a challenge. I hate headliners popping down, like such a pet peeve. So I think what I'm gonna do, man, let's do it all the way down. I think what I'm gonna do here is just try to spray a little adhesive in. Set you up there and see what we can do. I'm not even gonna tape anything off. I'm gonna give it a courtesy spray out the door. Make sure we're spraying decent. Just a little glue on the outside. I know if this stuff is wet, it'll just dissipate and get on your finger. So get it while it's wet. I'm gonna spray more on the cardboard of the headliner just to keep from getting it on the rest of the headliner on the outside. I don't want that very bad. Oh, that stuff smells great. Go a little further here. All right, and I'm just gonna slowly work it up so I don't get any kinks or wrinkles. And it's gonna get hard on this edge, but I tell you, if this is hanging down, and you saw I had a booster seat in this, it's tempting for a 7-year-old to grab a hold of that, give it a pull. Just real gingerly put it back up. And I'm not pushing on this at all. I'm just running my fingers across it real light, and it's gonna stay. I've done this to these edges on multiple cars, and it'll hold. But this will turn hard. That glue will harden up against the foam. It's not gonna look perfect, but again, this is a 160,000 mile car. We're just trying to keep it going from point A to point B and keep it nice. So there you go, done. So the old point A to point B has a few upgrades. That's nice. I'm glad the headliner's not hanging down, and that button drove me nuts whenever I was using cruise control. I'm probably gonna do a few more little videos, little things I'm doing on this car. But for the most part, like I said, point A to point B. But appreciate you watching, and
keep watching, see what other videos I come up with and other things I share, and feel free to subscribe. Thanks.